We've got the management joining in. We've got Pramod Patwari, who's the Chief Financial Officer of the company, joining in. Thank you so much, Mr. Patwari, for taking the time. I do want to start by asking you about the quarter gone by. Could you take us through the key highlights very quickly? And also, if you can help us understand in terms of the revenue, what was the split between traditional sugar and the ethanol business?
Good morning. This was very obvious in view of the fact that Eastern UP got impacted because of the infestation by red rot disease, as a result of which cane crushing in our area got impacted, and we crushed almost 16% lower cane last year. So that season got completed in the month of April and May, as a result of which there was lower production in the quarter, due to which the profitability of the sugar segment got impacted. But this seems to be a one-off case, as we are working very actively with the farmers to improve the cane availability. As far as the profitability of the other segment is concerned, we have reported all-time best performance from the distillery segment, as our focus has been towards distillery segment only.
Understood. I have a follow-up then. Can you take us through the expectation of what the split is going to be going down the line? And you said that you're working with the farmers for availability. So take us through what you think that the cane production and your acquisition is going to be for the rest of the year.
So as far as Balrampur Chini is concerned, we are targeting to crush almost 10 crores quintal of cane for the upcoming sugar season. We have also announced the modernization of our sugar plants, which will help in attracting the more cane from the farmers. And we would be also in a position to crush at a faster pace, which will also result in early closing of season. All this results in improvement in efficiency and recovery. Along with this, we have also announced expansion of our distillery capacity from 840 to 1050 crores. This will take us to 35 crores of annual capacity by the period November 22. So going forward, you will see the performance of the distillery segment, or the proportion of revenue of distillery in the overall revenues will be around 35 to 40%.
Okay, that's a helpful data point there. Thank you so much, Mr. Patwari. I do want to talk about this buyback that you've announced. Could you take us through the contours and what was the rationale behind it? Why announce it at this point?
So this is strictly in accordance with our policy of distributing the profits to the shareholders. In fact, we have done 4 buybacks in last 4 calendar years, this being the 5th. And at this time, the promoters have decided not to participate in the buyback, which itself gives a great confidence in the structural change which is happening in the industry. So this is in accordance with the policy of the company to distribute the profits to the shareholders.
Okay, so that's simple enough to understand. I want to go back to the business then, Mr. Patwari, and talk about realizations. What is your expectation for the rest of the year in terms of realizations?
For the quarter gone by, the realization was 33.23 paisa per kg. Currently, we are selling sugar at around 34 to 34.25 per kg ex mill in UP. As you can see, the inventory level in the country is getting moderated. Last year, the opening inventory was 10.7 million ton, which will come down to 8.7 million ton by end of this September. And the way the global prices are behaving, we see a very good chance of India exporting good quantity of sugar in the upcoming sugar season. So inventory getting moderated, there are a lot of ethanol capacities coming in, which will convert sugar into ethanol. We are hopeful that prices will remain very firm.
Mr. Patwari, I want to talk a little bit more about the global scenario as well. You have a situation where a lot of global procurers of sugar are perhaps getting in touch with companies like yourself to take orders earlier than usual, as I understand it, because of the Brazil situation. What is the kind of expectation that you have in terms of what sugar you will contribute towards exports for this coming season?
Typically, Government of India, whenever announces the export policy, it also announces a quota for each and every meal. So our decision to export will depend upon that quota as well as the quantity of cane which is made available to us. Having said that, if the global prices improves, we would definitely be keen in exporting good quantity of sugar.
Understood. I do want to understand another factor. Now, you are bolstering your capacity to produce ethanol. Going forward, assuming over the course of the next couple of years, Mr. Patwari, and this is not a short-term query, going forward, in terms of the amount of ethanol that will be produced by the industry as a whole, are you working with OMCs as to how they're going to procure the ethanol from your plants? Is there something that is being taken up in terms of a supply chain that will be taken up?
Yeah. If you see the data, the previous best supply by the industry to all marketing companies was 189 crores few years back. In the ongoing season, industry has almost already supplied more than 200 crores. And our association is in continuous touch with the oil marketing companies to boost up the infrastructure at the OMC level in terms of storage. We are also exploring the possibilities of creating dumps as well as mixing of ethanol directly at the refinery level itself. So a lot of work is in process, and we are hopeful that in the times to come, we will see a good infrastructure development taking place there.
My last question, Mr. Patwari, I just want to understand this capacity that you're expanding. It's a significant expansion, and when will it be completed? And once you're done with this, could you say that at least for the short term, you're done with capacity expansion, or what is the long-term target to increase ethanol capacity?
All this capacities, particularly the Mirzapur and Balrampur, will be commenced by November 22. We have also initiated the small expansion at Guleria, which will be commissioned by November 21 itself. So this is our vision for the time being for next 1 to 2 years. Thereafter, depending upon the cane availability, we will again review. But there still exists scope of further capacity expansion in the distillery segment.
Understood. Mr. Patwari, thank you so much. Pleasure speaking with you, and look forward to speaking to you very soon.